Good morning, everyone. It's TraderRob. Um, Welcome to everybody that's on the chat. Let's have a banger of a day here this morning. Let's get some wins and keep these morning strategies as hot as they have been. Let me do a little bit to download. All right, that's in there. All right, let's start off with the commodities markets. Let's see what oil's been doing. Oil looks like it's been in an uptrend here this morning. Today is June 5th, Wednesday. Please remember that we do have, let me just take a look at gold. Okay. Just remember that we have definitely some high impact news here this morning. So at 8:45 a.m., we've got BOC rate statement. We also have S&P PMI and the BOC rate decision. At 9 a.m., we have ISM Services PMI. And then we also have oil inventory this morning at 9:30, which is its regularly scheduled time. Remember that on weeks where you've got like the Monday off for a holiday or a half day, there will be a time difference with oil inventory. Usually will come out like on Thursday at like 10 a.m. So just make sure that you've got some kind of news service always at the ready. And then obviously I keep it up with any type of updates that might be coming up, or any updates, I should say, that comes out during the trading day, which could affect trading. Just looking at tomorrow's high impact news, just looks like we've got, obviously, initial job claims is going to be big. Okay. So that is that. 8:03, so we're not in our... I'm just going to start with this, and then you guys, I'll probably update this one more time. If you're looking to trade any of my strategies, my morning oil, gold, or the Rob reversal, if you go to the website robstrades.com, there is a link already in the chat. If you guys click on get your indicator, they're all listed in here. I am going to be putting an update here this right after this chat. So there is a video on the strategy. There is the rules of the strategy, how to install it, where to download them, and it's the same thing for morning oil and obviously the gold strategy. So all of the strategies that are on there, all of the Ninja Trader strategies, and let's just call them bots that will automatically trade all three of these strategies are all on there. All right, so currently trading or looking to get some trades in gold and in oil session 1, depending on the results of oil and in gold. I will then look at session 2 for oil. So remember that oil trades from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. session 1. Session 2 is from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Okay. And then gold is from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. You're just looking for the first inside bar setup. Obviously, if you've got an indicator on your chart, it makes life a little bit easier to spot these inside bars. Do remember that if it's an equal high or an equal low, I still consider those inside bars. And always ignore the first inside bar of your session. So for gold, at 8 a.m. close, well, actually this would have been 7:55 close 8 a.m. But if this would have been the 8 a.m. 8:05 candle, we would still cancel that out. Central time. So I am in Central time. So all of the times that I talk about is in Central time. So make that adjustment to Eastern or wherever it is that you're trading. Elizabeth, good morning. Michael, good morning. Mike, good morning. Kels, good morning. RPG, good morning. All right, let's take a look at the levels for this morning. We're going to start on the ES, and as you know, I like to start on the 15-minute time frame to try to spot some levels. Let's see if I can. Let's see what we see here. All right, found a 15-minute level on the ES at 52.72. Got a really nice level at 52.53. Let's see if we can find one above price action. Okay, I've got one at 53.37. And I've got another one at 53.66. So now if we blow this down a little bit, we've got 2 levels above us, 2 levels below us. Now I'll move down into the 5-minute time frame and see if we can find some trading opportunities here. Okay, I've got one right here at 53.18. Got a nice one right here. 52.94. Got a nice one right here. 52.79. Another one right here. 52.68. And I don't like this this one right here. I like a lot. 52.62. And I think that should be it. Nice strong level right here. You've got a 5-minute and a 15-minute level at 52.53. So let's see what that looks like when we bring these all back in. All right, now let's see if we can find, so let me see if, all right, so oil made a lower low, so we do not have any play there on oil session 1 and nothing in gold. So let's continue. So as you guys can see now, hopefully this starts to make sense to you guys, starts getting clear. My 15-minute levels, which I consider my stronger levels, are in solid blue. My 5-minute levels are in this dotted line, the blue dotted line. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find trading opportunities. And for instance, I already see a decent trading opportunity down here. So if we get price action to come back to this 52.79 level, we can target 52.94 and we can use 52.72 as a stop loss or a little bit below that. So the trade would look something like this. This is on the ES. That's a lot of points. 14 points. That doesn't sound right, but why does that so far away? Let's see here. 8 a.m. I don't know. It's kind of a big trade for the ES, in my opinion. But that would be what the setup would look like based off of this, off of these levels that I see. Now let's look at price action above us and see if we can find any 5-minute levels that could become trading opportunities. So if I blow this out here, so we're right at an area right here. And there's nothing. This right here, just so you guys can, I could blow this up a little bit. You know, you could say right here there's a level, but it's already been tapped into twice. So I don't see anything else. This is all pretty much down bars. Doesn't seem like there was any resistance here. So unfortunately on the ES for this morning, it looks like our only trading opportunity as of right now would be price action can retrace down to this level here. That's really all I see on the ES. Obviously, as we get closer to the open and we get through some news, that this chart might look obviously a lot more different. I'm consistently updating my 5-minute and 15-minute levels as price action occurs. Could even get a bounce right here off this 53.18. But again, my issue with this trade would be that there is just no clear stop loss. It's almost like a free fall after this level. All right, so that's the ES. Let's take a look at the NQ. Let's jump to the 15-minute. You know what? Let me just grab these levels really quick so I can post these in Discord. This is the ES for the 5th of June. Okay, now let's take a look at the NQ. Abdul, good morning. John, good morning. All right, NQ on the 15, we got one right here. Let's make this a solid blue line so I can differentiate my 15-minute to my 5-minute levels. I've got one right here. I've got a level. Did this tap in? Nope. Perfect. And another one right here. And another really good one right here. So I'm going to make this one extra big. That's a super good level. And then let's take a look to see if there's anything above us. Okay. So it looks like we're tapping into one right here as we speak. Bring this back down to 2 points. Okay. Would not use this level up here because again, been tapped into. I'll put this level right here at 18. So my 15-minute levels right now look something like this. We've got an 18,869, an 18,895, an 18,795, and an 18,739. We've got an 18,620, 582, and a very strong level at 466. All right, so those are the levels on the 15-minute. Now let's, oh, we've got a trade here. All right, so we just got into, I almost missed that, jeez. I would say that's my biggest issue with these live trades is obviously, well, I had some mistakes yesterday big time, and that was on me. That was not on the trading. All right, so here we are currently in. All right, so we're activated into the short. I will put my stop loss at 18 ticks, which is $180, and I will target 180 in profit. And now I just let price action determine what it wants to do. The play here is the momentum that is being built up from these inside bars. I call them kind of indecision candles. And typically you're wanting to see a very strong momentum play outside of that, out of that area, out of that inside bar. And as of right now, this trade looks to me like it's kind of stalling right there. So we'll see here if we get that push. But I can almost tell pretty early in a trade if the momentum is there or not. Come on, let's go sellers, push. That's a decent little push there. For those of you that traded oil and gold yesterday, let me know in the chat how many sessions you guys took. If you guys took both oils and gold, or what sessions you were trading yesterday. Yesterday, all of them hit. It was just, and they were all pretty big size trades. I want to say gold was, that's a sore spot with me. Gold was 31 ticks, so that's $310. And oil, session 1 was 29 ticks, so that's $600 total. And then oil session 2 was 28, so that would have been an $880 day yesterday just trading the morning strategies. That's crazy. Even though this oil session 1 is not looking very good. Haven't had the best win rate on these Wednesday live days. Or we might be pretty close to break even. I don't know. I think we're on the losing side. This doesn't look good. just finish up this NQ really quick. 783. That's already been tapped into there. All right, let's move down to the 5-minute. See if we could find some trading opportunities here. I got a level right here at 716. Make this my dotted line. $7.91. Oh, I like that. This could be a trade right here. Big possibility of a trade right there. Let's see what else I can find. Ooh, beauty. Right there. 658. This looks like it taps into it already. Oof, this one's not the best there. Yeah, right here. 603. $5.66, and then you could just keep going. A lot of them here today. 18,513. All right, so that's enough on the downside. Let's see if we can find some on the upside here. Let's see. Let's see what oil's doing. Just flirting over here. Come on, give me a strong push down. All right, so price action currently is at 841. It looks like we're going into a level right here. Nothing else above it. Oof, we got another one right here. Very close to the 15-minute level. And you've got a very juicy one right here. Okay, so now let's take a look and see what kind of trading opportunities we can come up with. I like this play right here. Take a short off of the 869, target this level at 849, or any new level that comes out. Only problem is that we've got 7 minutes to the open, and as you guys saw from yesterday, I took a trade at the open that my thesis was right, my trading setup was right, but you know, that opening push or wick, I just did not like it, and I bailed out of that trade for about $100 loss. But it would have been a very, very nice trade. So we'll see here. We'll see. You know, what I would like to see is honestly a retracement. I have no problem in taking this setup right here too, which would look something like this. And then we could probably target this level right here once this bar closes. Once this candle closes right here, if it closes as an up bar with some strong movement out, we could possibly target this area right around here. But we'd have to see what price action wants to do. Okay, oil's making a fight. It's trying to make a comeback. Come on, oil. Kells, I think I'm pronouncing your name right. So do I use the 5 minute candles to determine entries? I I use the 5 and the 15 minutes for entries, but what the thought process is when I start looking at these levels is I want to find clear trading opportunities, and the entire opportunity would include an entry, a stop loss, and a take profit. So that for me is like the perfect setup. And that's kind of what we're talking about here. Off of this chart, which is the NQ, I would be taking my entry off of a 15-minute level. I would have a 5 minute level as a stop loss right above it. So right here. And then I would be targeting this 5 minute level at 18,849. So it's not necessarily that all my entries are off 5 minutes. They could be off the 5 or the 15, but there needs to be clear trading opportunities for me. So for instance, we didn't really find anything up here. So this doesn't give me really any great trading opportunity because my risk to reward would not be very good. Let's say I take an entry here, I target here, but then I'm using this level right here at 895 as a stop loss, and I could just by looking at it could tell you that this would not be 13 points is what we're targeting, and then I would need to have my stop loss somewhere around here. So that's a negative risk to reward. So that to me just doesn't even look appealing at all. Versus this trade right here, on the NQ, the one that I've got this setup on, look how much better this trade setup looks. Now we're targeting 20 points, and we're going to be risking probably about 7 or 8 points. That looks great. That looks like a fantastic trade setup. My only issue is that I'm probably going to get this entry right at the open. So to me, that's very risky. I'd rather let the dust settle for at least 5 to 10 minutes after the open. And then you also have to take into account that we've got news here this morning. So at 8:45, we've got a bunch of news. We've got news at 9. So, that's kind of the risk there. So about 30, 50 bucks, 60 bucks in the red on oil so far here, oil session 1. Tried to make a comeback, but there's obviously a lot of pressure right here. Let's see, what are we looking at? Tapped into there. Let's see. Let's jump back into the charts here. Let me post this. Whoops. All right, let's look at my levels. All right, looks like we took a loss there in oil session one, so currently down 180 bucks for the trading morning. So that sucked. All right, let's go here. 18 ticks, 18 ticks. All right. Post this trade here in Discord. All right, so now we can look back at our charts and let's see what happens here this morning. And then let's jump to the ES to see what's going on there. Okay, so this is the only setup here that I see. 15-minute. I like this right here. God, I do like that one. I got a solid line there now. I got a 15-minute and a 5-minute level at 53.18 pretty much. Really like the trade setup, but I really like this level for a bounce. But again, I don't really have that great of a stop loss situation. I guess someone can make a case for here, but this has just been tapped into way too many times. I don't like it. I'm not forcing trades, but I could definitely anticipate here some kind of reaction, but we'll see. Yeah, back to the NQ. I like the setup here. All right, I am going to put a buy order in at that 797 level. And I'm going to put a short off of this level right there, off the 869. A little risky because we do have high impact news that's coming out, so just, you know, be very mindful of that. But I actually like the short better than I like the long here, but it would be going with the trend. Trend is your friend, they always say. I'm not a fan of that. All right, let me take a look on this chart here. Let me ask, does anybody in the chat, does anybody use tick charts? Eventually, I'm going to start talking about tick charts because, man, you can really find some very interesting things that play off of these levels, off of the tick chart, that you can't necessarily always see on these 5, 15, 1-minute time frame candles. And I like to use it as a secondary piece of secondary like filter for entry. 782. Let's see where 782 looks like. Interesting. I put a buy here. Did I do that? Maybe. Oh, you're right. Thanks, Karn. Thank you, sir. Kevin, 500 and 1,000. Yeah, I use the 300 tick chart on one of my side charts, and funny thing is on the NQ, I have what looks to be an entry at 783 for a long, but at 783, that puts me right around here, which is much, it's not matching up there. But then we've got this. Oh, so it's in this candle where I'm looking at on the tick chart. Interesting. I mean, it's a pretty strong dump here. Let's see. Pretty strong dump here off the morning, so it's just ripping through liquidity at this point. All right, let's take a look at gold. Oh, I thought there was a setup here in gold. There is not. Kidoki. Let's see what the ES is doing. All right, so this is that level that I was talking to you guys about right here at that 53.18. Let me switch to the ES. Let's see what shows up here. Yeah, I like this area a lot. Dang it. Dang it. Man, if I had a stop play here, I just don't have a stop. I got a clear take profit. I mean, at this point, you're going to have a level right here. Let's go down to the 5 minute. I mean, I guess I can say right there, dotted line. But again, I think it's forcing this trade. Here you can make an argument, but that's way too down, and it's been tapped into. I'm honestly trying any which way possible to figure out a way where I can make this trade work for me. But I feel like I'm forcing it. But I also really like it. So this play would look pretty insane, but would look something like this, in my opinion. Not very insane, actually. 5 minutes, so pretty much tapped into it right there. Let's see. Okay, let's take a look at the NQ. We're nowhere near anything there. All right, let's see if we get an official tap of the level. I think we will. But again, I think this would have been close enough to take this trade on the long. But let's see. And then below here, I don't have much. I got 52.79, but we'd have to do a little roller coaster to get down to there. And Q. You can tell I really wanted to take that one. All right, 8:41. So currently oil session 1 is done. We did take an 18 tick loser on that trade. So, and with yesterday's oil trade that I took, I think I made $290 yesterday. We're probably somewhere a little over 51,000 on that eval. Well, now I gotta subtract that. Currently set at 50,860 because I gotta subtract the $180 loss there from this morning. But man, I would have been over $2,000 already without those two $600 days that I missed. But this could have been a very realistic target, 53.22. Would have been a very cheap trade too. Yeah. If you're going for the shorter scalp, I should say. And Q's just hanging around. That setup right there, 18,783. So what a hit target number 1 there. I mean, clear, and just so you guys understand why this line's even in here, if you take a look to the left, you've got a 5-minute level that occurred right pretty much at this 750. I wouldn't map it just because obviously it's already pierced through it, but you can just see that this is in pretty much an area. Well, news, first set of news just hit. 8:45. Oh, let me take a look at the end Q since I've got active orders there. That was kind of... it's still got a ways to go. So it's going to meet resistance right there, which it did. Okay. The ES. Let's see, this would have been 4, and this would have been, that was pretty, this would have been a nice little scalp right there. Again, I think if you target this bigger move, which is 8.5 points, then your stop's got to be somewhere around there, which gives you some breathing room. Either way, I'm not in the trade, so I don't know why I'm so excited for it. PMI in 13 minutes. Confused Kev, you are correct. And we've got oil inventory at 9:30. So we'll see what the oil markets end up doing there for oil session 2. Wow, this is nutty. I'll be back in 1 sec. All right, I'm back. So, just for those joining us, we mapped out our levels already this morning, posted them in Discord, and I've got 2 trade setups that I really like. So I like a short off of this 15-minute level at 869, and I've got a buy set up at 790. Actually, this should be a little lower. At 795. Again, just got to be careful with the incoming news at 9. The 8:45 caused a spike and would have got me my first, I guess, profit target here, or really my only one, because I only trade with 1 contract. Let's see what happens here. All right, gold. We might have a setup. Oh, it's got 4 minutes left, so I got time there. Wow. Wow, look at that one. That was a strong dump right there. Let's see what happened on the NQ. Let's see. All right, so the BOC rate decision 4.75%. PMI came in at 54. So no really excitement there. No excitement there. About 3 minutes remaining on the gold candle. Currently, we would have a setup. And it would need to hit within this candle for us to have a gold trade here this morning. Elsie, good morning. Yeah, oil's honestly, oil's not really. It's just, I think, a healthy retracement there, and I don't think that's dumping really. Nice bounce off the overnight open. All right, 2 minutes left on gold. Let's see, hopefully we can get a setup here. Rob, have you ever used more than one contract in any given position, or do you use one contract for all your trades? I would say 98% of my trades is with one contract. Obviously, if I'm trading micros, I'll go down to 5. So if you remember, if you go back to like February when the morning strategies weren't doing so hot, I moved down to, micros, 5 micros, 3 micros, just to kind of reduce risk. I would say on the Rob reversal, the 15-minute Rob reversal, there's been times where I've taken two contracts on that, but that's a big trade. It's a $1,400 trade. So I would say the answer to that question would be pretty much one contract. And the same thing in my cash account. I trade typically with about a $5,000 to $7,000 balance. So one contract usually puts me within a pretty good risk parameter there as well. 30 seconds. Of course, I'm not trading my cash account here today because I physically cannot do it. I mean, I could, but I seem to make a shit ton of mistakes when I try to do all of these things at one time. All right, I think we're going to have a setup here, so I'm going to buy up, sell down. Let's see what happens here. That was weird. Price action, guess, went too quick. This is looks like a big boy trade, yep. So bring this to 350, targeting 350. Let's see what happens here. We're in gold. Let me just take a really quick peek here. Quick peek at the NQ. Come on. Here we go. Okay. Let's go gold. All right, watch this trade. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, let's see if the classic coffee pour trade works out here. That's a nice little hit right there. Nice little spike. I think we could probably reduce risk here to 170. Or I guess we'll leave it at 180. It's going to see some resistance here for sure. If we can just break through right here, we probably are going to be in the money on this one. Hopefully. One more little push here, guys. One more push. One more push. Let's go. Oh, right to the tick. There's going to be a little resistance there. Let's go. Give it a tick. Give it a push. Give it a push. There it is. Banger. All right, nice little $350 winner right there. So we are up 170 bucks on the day. Let's see what's going on with the NQ. This thing's just kind of ugly. All right, I'm gonna move this level down to match up with this new level that was created. Let me go to the 15. Okay. And we should have, we got news in about a minute. Ooh, looks like we got a trade. Oh, Nikes. That might not be the best. Wait, where did the... Wait a second, what just happened here? What just happened here? Where did the trade go? And why does it show that I just made $1,100. What the fuck just happened here? Does anybody understand what just happened? I know I got into a trade. The only thing that I saw is I had a sell. I had a sell right up here. But that didn't tap into it. Wow. This has got to be an error or something. Anybody understand this? I don't. I had an order to go short down to short up here. Reload your history. Okay. It's still there. What in the bananas just happened here? Rhythmic is having issues again. Okay, well, let's see on my ninja chart. 862. Yeah, it didn't even. I don't know. I mean, I'll take the $1,100, but that don't make any sense to me. Now, do we trade with free money? Free ghost money? I mean, that was a crazy, crazy candle. Let's see what happened with news. Let's see here. Okay, so PMI came in higher. It was expected at forecast was at 51. It came in at 53.8. That's so interesting. So interesting. Oil. I'm at a loss here. I obviously know that my order for my short did not get filled there. At least definitely doesn't show up on the charts, doesn't show up on my NinjaTrader chart. Looks like the highest it got up to was 18,862, which matches up with this chart right here at 1862. Plus, where the hell would $1,100 come from? My bracket orders are set for $300 one way or the other. I don't know. There's got to be a. I'm sure that'll get wiped away. If not, that would be awesome. Let's bring this up again. Interesting. Well, we learn something new every day here. Or we experience something new here every day. I don't even want to take oil session 2. I really don't. I'm not leading it. Well, it's going to be a pretty big trade. We'll take it. This is going to be a big old trade, though. It's going to be very, very volatile here. Let's see what size of a trade this is going to be. We get activated into the long. Yeah, about 30 ticks. If we get activated into the short, 22 ticks. Okay. All right, so we're in a long in oil. To be honest with you, if I was not live, probably wouldn't even trade oil session 2 just because I was already up 170 bucks and we got oil inventory in about 24 minutes. But you got to make it interesting, right? That's what they all say. You got to make it interesting. If you haven't liked the video yet, like the video, subscribe. Well, obviously, if you're on the chat, you've already subscribed, but hit the like button, please. Poor favor. Let's take a look at the ES. Okie dokie. All right. Rob, where was your take profit at? Seems like it spiked down and hit your take profit. My issue is, yeah, I think it definitely would have hit my take profit, but it never got to on the NQ. My resting order was up here at 869. It got to 862. Now, I guess if price action obviously went extremely wicky, there could have been a case for maybe, I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm not going to try to explain it. I have no idea what happened here. Again, I'll take the $1,100 take profit, but I feel like it's fake money. I should say, not a real trade money. So just so everybody, pure transparency, probably would not have taken this oil session 2 trade. Obviously, I hope it wins. That would be great. But being up already 170 bucks from oil and that loss in gold, and going into oil inventory report, which is coming out in about 22 minutes, a little dicey, but I guess we got some profits to play with, I guess. All right, let's watch this trade. I'll be back in a few seconds. Well, oil session 2 not looking good at all. We got it. I got 18 minutes for the report. Doesn't even look like. Let's just see really quick what this looks like. I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, took a loss oil session 2. Didn't want to take that trade necessarily, but for the love of the channel, we did it. All right, so ended up now negative 140 on the eval for this morning. Let's take a look at the levels. This is still nutty to me. Still showing up. Obviously, I'll take the trade, but at the same time, this probably, I don't know, maybe they'll see if it was, I heard it get into the trade, into the short, but again, price action didn't even come close to it. So gold was a win, right? Yes, it was. Gold was a very nice trade for 35 ticks, $350 profit on that trade. Both sessions in oil were losers this morning. All right, well, 8:13. I guess I can pretty much call it a day. I mean, all my morning strategies, those are all done. And at this point, I would say the only trade setup that I still like would be this guy right here, which would look now something like this. Along from 18,795. Let's say stop loss right there, and we could probably target right there for 24. So this is what my trade setup would look like on the NQ on a long, right off of this 18,795 number, or level I should say. And on the ES, price action would have to go dramatically down to get to this setup here, which would be at 52.79. So I'll watch those. I'll be honest with you, I got a showing at 10 a.m. So if I can get out of here about a little earlier today, I'm okay with that. So I'm going to call this one a day. Remember, guys, if you are looking to trade the strategies, if you would like to download the automated strategies for oil, golds, and the 15-minute Rob reversal, just go to robstrades.com. It's all the way at the top of the chat. If you haven't, also join the Discord. It's all free. I think there's some really good content on there. I update it every day. I update it with my levels and my trade setups every single day. And the link for that is in the description. So with that, I am going to be signing off. The chat will stay open for a few minutes. Just if anybody has any questions, now's a great time to ask them. And I will try my best to answer them here in the next few minutes. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.